Hello, it's I, WebFox, and I'm doing a free movie review on Dead Rising Watchtower. This movie is currently available to watch on the website Crackle, and it is free. Just gotta watch a few ads, like commercials here and there, but the movie is free. It's 2 hours long, and it was enjoyable. Now, this movie is based off the video game series called Dead Rising, about zombies, and you gotta take note that this is sort of almost practically a B-level grade movie, whereas it was made on sort of a budget for the web exclusive premiere. But I gotta say, of what they've done pretty well with it. The sets go from pretty good to, wow, that actually looks pretty good. The makeup is well done, action is well done, and there appears to be quite a bit of practical effects. Zombies are not too gruesome, just a lot of gray skin and odd color eyeballs with a bit of blood here and there, but when the gore comes, when the zombie slaughtering it gets in it, then yeah, it gets a bit gory. There's quite a few stars, and the movie takes place from two different perspectives. A few people are trapped inside the city of the quarantine, and a couple people just outside trying to get the truth out while also trying to save their friends who are stuck inside. And from time to time, the movie will cut to a TV studio quite a distance away from all the action, where there's news reporters talking about what's happening. Acting, I must say, is pretty good. Some of it was a bit hard to believe, but a lot of others was actually well done for this. So the story of the movie is that there's a zombie outbreak happening in a city. I forget what the city is called, but I think it's called Mission City or East Mission. So it starts out that there's a few zombies shambling around. So there's a bit of a panic, and people are starting to get evacuated, and Zombrex, the drug that keep you from turning into a zombie, is being deployed for people who have been previously bitten or infected. Well, apparently the medicine isn't quite working out, and the zombie outbreak happens. Within no time at all, the city is quarantined, and nobody can get in or out. Good news for the rest of the country, bad news for the people who are still stuck inside. So the first day is trying to keep the place quarantined as they figure out what happened and why is the Zombrex not working anymore. After that, the military rolls in, and that's where we see the ever-famous Dead Rising clock start. Our heroes have 2 days to get out before the whole city is firebombed. This movie takes place after Dead Rising 2, but before Dead Rising 3. I feel that the movie explains itself quite a bit, so you don't necessarily need to play the games, but it does give you extra insight of the setup to Dead Rising 3. My favorite character was Rob Riggles, who played the ever-famous Frank West from Dead Rising 1 and Dead Rising Off the Record, and a Dead Rising 2 DLC. Since he plays the only character who's actually been in anything else that was Dead Rising, I could tell you that his look and acting was pretty dead on for Frank West. He gave advice, he talked about his past, and he added his own snark to everything. I found, though, that he was a bit too mean in this from all the previous incarnations that I played of him in the games. Frank West is a dick, but if it looks like he could help some, he will. And he won't necessarily put you down unless you really do deserve it. I do like that you see the little trophy that Frank West got in the games and the comic books sort of pop up here and there in the movie, especially in the pawn shop. Zombies are pretty slow and easy to knock away, but once they get in a group around you, they're pretty menacing like in the video games. There's this one pretty awesome single shot of a guy running around the street, dodging one zombie after another, then going inside a school bus and climbing on top of the school bus and jumping off to jump a fence. That was pretty cool to see that all done in one shot. You could sort of see a couple of zombies sort of hanging back, just a little bit off camera, waiting for their turn. But overall, the cameraman did a good job of keeping up with them and all the actors hitting their cues just right. It was well done. Like in the previous Dead Rising movie, you actually get to see a bit of gameplay of one of the games in it, this time being a Dead Rising 3 on Xbox One. A key feature to Dead Rising games since Dead Rising 2 was combo weapons, where you take two items that could be used as weapon, and you duct tape them together, and bam, you got an even more powerful weapon. We came up with some pretty creative ones, and I'm not sure if they appear in Dead Rising 3, but I'm sure I noticed a couple of them that did appear in Dead Rising 2. Very interesting that this movie is sort of from a franchise that's mostly an Xbox exclusive with some Sony and Microsoft product placement in it, premiering on a website video service being run by Sony. If you happen to catch notice that on one of the bandits' vests, you see a little Gears of War badge. I thought that was a neat little Easter egg. I'll give this movie a bonus point for having a forklift in it, but the forklift was not driven at all, so I guess it's sort of a half a point. This movie is a must see for Dead Rising fans, and I gotta say a must see for zombie fans too. Like I mentioned before, this movie's on a budget, so it was all shot in Canada, and a few of the actors are recognizable from other projects. Like the General, I've seen him in quite a few other movies, and the guy who runs the own version of Vima called Visa, he was a regular on the Stargate SG-1 series. So this is a bit of a budget project being filmed in Canada, so you won't expect the quality like you see in Walking Dead. But hey, it's free, and it just came out just as Season 5 of Walking Dead just ended. So this will help you give you a little zombie fix. And who knows, if you're watching it on the Xbox 360 or Xbox One, then this probably get you interested in playing some of the Dead Rising games that are available on those systems. Give it a watch. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did, and I can't wait for this to arrive on DVD where I get to check out some awesome special features. Boop.